We're going to be talking today about writing off bad debt and when is it time to write off maybe a pending insurance claim or some kind of like person who didn't, their credit card got declined. So we'll do a couple of attempts. If it is a client, we will call them. We'll let them know, hey, your credit card was declined. We need a credit card on file. If we don't hear back from them, we will send a follow-up email. If we don't hear back, we will every month pull a report for any balances we have for clients, and we review those balances. Myself and our office manager or our billing specialist, we review those, and we bill those people. We'll create an invoice and we will bill through our billing software directly to that person. And then the software sends monthly reminders for that. And from there, we just hope to get paid. If a period of 6 months has gone by, we will write that off. We don't continue to try to collect on that debt after 6 months. We figure by the time we have called people, emailed them, and they got monthly reminders, we will write that off. Now, it depends what it is. If it's a credit card declined for, for a session, if they have insurance, we have to review our insurance contracts and see, because, we're supposed to collect copays, or if there was a deductible, we'll look at that. But we don't hound people for more than 6 months really for payments, because it's just the time and energy that we would put into collecting that payment really wouldn't necessarily be worth it. We don't let people get very large balances. If it's insurance payments, then essentially we do, for a good 1 year period of time, try to collect on those insurance payments. We have been very successful using TherapyNotes in order to do our billing because everything is very quick through there. We try to externally bill as little as possible, and the things that we do externally bill now are only EAPs. We try not to accept any insurances that we can't bill directly through TherapyNotes because we don't want any problems. We used to bill this insurance and they didn't really have a system in place on how they kept track of things. And when we got off that panel, they owed us for quite a bit of claims. We worked for like a solid year to try to get those claims. We sent authorizations, we sent billing, we sent reports, we sent notes, we sent everything we could. And at the end, I think we wrote off about $2,000 worth. And at that point, we had put so much time and energy to try to collect on these claims. It just wasn't worth it anymore. Like the amount of revenue that we're bringing in, that $2,000, it was worth it. We needed to focus on other things that were going to be more profitable for our practice than trying to collect and sending notes and sending authorizations and making phone calls. And it just wasn't worth it anymore. So if you do work with insurances, sometimes things happen. There's kickbacks, people's insurance lapse, they didn't tell you. I am a pro insurance practice. I don't think everybody should take insurance, but I haven't had a bad experience. And the bad experiences that we got off those insurance panels because they didn't work for our business model. And so there are some insurances out there that are fantastic. They pay quickly. The turnaround time is great. Anytime we see recoupments is really not from the insurance. It's really when people's insurances lapse and they don't let us know, even though we send reminders, even though we ask them to let us know when their insurance lapse. Every year on an open enrollment time, we send out information. We are really transparent about trying to get new insurance from people, but sometimes it just happens, or people are not even sometimes aware that their insurance lapsed, right? They might be covered under a spouse or a parent and they don't know. So I would say that's the number one reason why we have to go back through and try to collect payment. One thing that does get in the way of that is, let's say an insurance doesn't catch it for 3 months and then somebody gets new insurance and we try to bill for a session more than 3 months old. Those insurances generally will not pay for that. And that the client gets really confused because they're like, I had insurance, why isn't this paid for? We usually encourage them to call their insurance, try to get that taken care of. But sometimes those are denied and there's nothing that we can do on our ends, and there's nothing really they can do on their end. So we may have to end up writing that off, or we have to look at, some other way of managing that. Sometimes people will make payments. We do allow payments for that because we really want to support our clients. We understand that things happen, their insurance lapse, their insurance changed. Maybe now they have a deductible they weren't aware. So there's a lot of things that we really work with the clients to pay. But with insurance panels, we really work very hard to get paid. We call. I'm like, Tracy, who does our billing, I'm like, don't be shy. Call. Who'd you follow up with? And she's fantastic. She really does a great job of following up. So I'll give you a couple of tips on what she does. But first, I want to thank our sponsor, TherapyNotes. If you're looking for an electronic health record that's really full service, one that can help you bill insurance, one where you have the free telehealth option, you can collect credit cards, you have an online portal, clients can fill out paperwork. It's really full service. I want you to check out TherapyNotes. And what really makes TherapyNotes stand apart is their customer service. You can pick up the phone, you can call them. So if you need help setting up your insurances, if you need help setting up your clearinghouses, if there's questions that you have, they're happy to help. So I highly recommend TherapyNotes. We keep track of everything through actually TherapyNotes. We pull reports, we see the aging reports, we see what hasn't been paid, and we try to follow up with insurances before it gets to that 3-month mark, because we really want to make sure that things are not going to become out of compliance if there's some kind of issue and we need to rebill. We want to stay within that 3-month period of time. So Tracy's constantly pulling reports. I'm constantly pulling reports, and we're making sure that aging doesn't go over 90 days. So you really want to take a look at your reporting, make sure that you're following up with clients, seeing if things are kicked back. If we're getting denials, we call them. Did you get new insurance? Is there something going on? So then that way we can really handle that in a quick amount of time. And hopefully this doesn't happen to you too much, just like it doesn't happen to us too much, but life happens sometimes. And I'm here to help you navigate that. I'll see you soon, everybody. Bye.